mixed. You know, it gives them at least a bit of a health. And looks like we start all the way up here in the Death Mountain, and looks like we have Reverse Overworld. Yep. Yeah. Kind of ugly.
Things, Reverse Overworld and starting on Death Mountain, not something I'm looking forward to.
But we do have Dark Nuts on the Overworld, so that is a bit of a mixed blessing. As you can see, blocking Truantgamer's path. Look at that. 1 rupee bombs.
Yes, please.
Now, that's actually a very good sign, because in the Elite 8 flags, we could have all first quest, we could have all second quest, we could have mixed, and, well, if we have all second quest, then that means that there's going to be only one large secret at our disposal.
Very true. As we see Antler's making his way over here to the Vanilla White Sword Cave.
Yep.
And
16 for our small secret, so that's pretty decent. So yeah, one of the things that you're seeing here with regards to the screen scrolling is that, you know, due to Reverse Overworld, the Mirrored Overworld means that you can't screen scroll into your traditional spots. However, it does mean that some extra spots are available to be scrolled into, such as what you saw there up on Antler's side, and you'll see later on with, you know, the coast raft spot.
Yep, kind of nerfs the usability of the raft, but the racers certainly aren't complaining, and it's a medium secret, just shy of vanilla.
We still don't know if we're dealing with, you know, a rich seed or a poverty seed, but with those 1 rupee bombs, though, you know, that's probably one of the biggest cases where it could really ding you, because if those bombs turned out to be 40 rupees, that'd be pretty ugly.
Yep, only time will tell, as it looks like Antler's is the first to pick up his bomb pack. I'm gonna go in there for another pack of 4.
Well, the price is right. Why not? All right, 138 for the blue ring. That's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be seeing either of these runners pick it up unless, you know, combat is significant disadvantage.
Yeah, these are both seasoned runners, and you know, they may or may not. The only time that I think they'll ever think about even thinking about a blue ring purchase is if you have a situation where there is a lot of Wizrobes in the dungeons, and they happen to have that amount of money, and it's a low health seed, so. And they of course, can't get their hands on a red ring. Now, one other thing to mention is that because this is the Elite 8 flags, there will be absolutely no hints available. Now, that doesn't mean that the book is going to be useless. The book will still be used as an atlas, which is actually really useful because we will have first quest, second quest, or even a possibility of having Shapes dungeons. Not only that, though, the dungeon numbers will be hidden, so you won't be able to know exactly what dungeon you're in until you find a piece of the Triforce, or you find, you know, maybe some items.
Yep, something like the map. The book in this flag set is the Atlas, so that's another very handy item, especially early on.
Now, it is possible to deduce where you are in certain dungeons. For example, you can tell if level 9 is first or second quest based on the position that you enter the dungeon in. And then
we will, of course, be taking a look at the entrance shuffled. So if they're all the way on the left-hand side or the top or something, and it seems linear, they might be in like second quest 7 or 8. So there are a few hints that we might be able to deduce the levels from.
Yeah, if you know the maps for the first and second quest, you can kind of have a lay of the land. For example, you know, first quest level 4, you'll never start anywhere over on the right side of the map. So if you do see level 4, now we won't see level 4 in this particular case because we won't know, you know, we won't know the dungeon number, but
Yeah, looks like Truantgamer has found the take-innies, and one of them leads to Casino Corner.
There's the
taking
bow
that
underneath
power
the
bracelet
Armo
spot.
statue. Sorry to cut you off there.
Yeah, no worries. Bow is big find.
Now, what that means is that the moment they find an arrow shop, they're gonna purchase arrows. Well,
yes.
if they have the money, of course. But
1000%.
and we got a level here under Monocle Rock.
Truantgamer is not going to stick around.
Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot you can do with that key, block being in that particular spot.
I think he might have been able to pirouette that key door open.
In order to get that door open, you'd have to come up from below, I believe. And you can't do that on that screen, yeah.
You are right.
Yeah, the pirouette trick works in whichever, the opposite of whatever direction you're entering it from. So if there's a door on the top of the screen, you need to come in from the screen above. Now, I think with the original level 1, it works a little bit differently, but... Ooh, we got 69, but unfortunately Truantgamer is just 10 rupees shy of being able to pick it up. Does opt to pick up a candle, which leaves him only with 1 rupee.
Well, Truant doesn't have the bow yet, so he doesn't know how valuable those arrows are.
Whoa, I think our white sword item is the heart container. Now, heart shuffle is a thing in this flag set, so... aside from there being more chances for items such as the Armos or the ladder item having, a heart container, it also means that each item in the dungeon, that heart shuffle, that heart drop, could be an item.
Yep, those 13 heart pieces have been shuffled. Well, I guess not all 13. 9 out of the 13 heart pieces have been shuffled around.
Well, we're starting with 3, and there's, I believe, 4 extra from the take-annies. Yeah, that makes sense. There's 16 total hearts, and 8 of them are dungeon drops, plus the 1 on the coast.
Can't forget about that coast heart.
Yeah. Here we got a level 6.
Level 6. This will be the bow pickup for Truant.
That's nice to find. With 87 rupees, Antlers can definitely afford some arrows. Your Antlers is checking out the graveyard. Alright, well there's nothing under the second quest spot. Actually, no, that's the first... that was the first quest spot, that was the second quest. There's nothing in the graveyard.
Well, not without that recorder.
That is indeed true.
Yeah, we got a little high-five action right there.
Yep. An alternate screen scroll into this ridiculous Armos room, and hey, we found level 9. And so here's the thing, we know now that we are dealing with first quest level 7 through 9, or we are dealing with shapes 7 through 9.
Oh,
but we are not going to know that right away. Here's a dungeon, and we don't know what this is. We do know it's got bunnies.
Yeah, and we know it's got 3 rooms down on the bottom.
And we also know we've got a ladder block.
Yeah, I am confused as to what level that might be.
Well, judging by where we entered, it is possible. Well, we know that if we know that it's level 7 through 8, it can't be second quest. See, this is where the Atlas would be very useful.
Or if you had all those nerve connections that Fred Coughlin does.
So here's
Yep, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the exact same thing you did.
Whoa, did you hear what Putz just said?
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna... Anyway, here's, Oh, okay, so the super ropes are not so super.
Yeah, they must have gotten into that kryptonite. That's why they're glowing like that.
Well, they were glowing like that.
So I'm gonna guess this is First Quest Level 1. Not 100% sure, but that's the vibe I'm getting.
Very good question. Question is it... Yeah.
Question is, can Truant manage to wrangle up these ropes? Trying to get them both at the same time.
There we go.
Yep. In that situation, though, I'd be just thinking, all right, just get them one at a time. You're wasting too much time trying to corral them up.
Yeah.
You managed to get them eventually.
Meanwhile, Antlers found a heart container, and we found a ladder block. Oh boy! You know what? That can't be level 1 First Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that could be any regular shapes, actually. Now that I'm trying to picture that. So, we might be dealing with shapes, folks.
That is definitely a possibility. We're not going to know for sure unless we, see enough of a dungeon, if we find the map, or if we find that book.
Or maybe even Triforce, something like that. We might be able to piece together.
Now, getting back to Truantgamer, buying that candle, that's actually a pretty wise decision, because in this flag set, the candle, or the wood sword cave that contains a free candle, can be blocked under something such as a tree or a rock, or even in a cave that you have to bomb. So
that's right, these are some difficult flag sets for sure.
Indeed. So getting that out of the way is... Now, Antlers still does not have a candle, so unfortunately cannot check the reverse K mark.
Yeah, that's a very interesting difference. Antlers with the, repeatable damage does have to be a little cautious of spending too much rupees, especially early on. But Truantgamer with that candle has a whole lot of extra exploration that Antlers doesn't right now.
Not only that, he's also capable of a little bit more dungeon diving.
And Antlers up to 5. He's got a
but we know
66% chance of picking up that white sword heart.
Yeah, I was going to say that white sword item is a heart container, so I don't think he's going to prioritize it necessarily.
And Truantgamer finding some bunnies here in this mint green dungeon.
Let's see if we can go up. But we can't walk through the walls, so... There we go. Ah, yes, that's right. This is where the ladder block was. You know what?
Might be 7?
No, I think, you're right. It could be 7. I'm thinking this could be 8. That we're in the base of the lion's head.
Maybe. Unfortunately, I'm guessing a lot of our experts are over on speed gaming watching the other race that's happening. But I remember calling a race with the creator of the Zelda 1 randomizer, Fred Coughlin, and he could just one room in, and he'd have that leveled down. Knew exactly which one it was.
Yeah, if you've studied the maps long enough, you really kind of know the ins and outs and things. you know, the combination, okay, this combination of room in this part of the map, this automatically excludes all of these options.
Yep.
But I mean, I guess if you've been, coding and, studying the maps, testing, and everything like that. You just know things.
Well, yeah, not only like knowing the vanilla code like the back of your hand, but also adding all the extra randomizer code on top.
Yeah, it'd be a lot to keep track of.
Hey, speaking of keeping track, Antlers finds the letter over here on the coast, and this is our first peek at the boomerang.
Alright.
Lord Banana is stranded on that raft platform. I don't think we'll be seeing him being rescued today, though.
Yeah, probably not. Although the enemy HP has been shuffled plus or minus 4, so a boomerang could actually take down some foes that otherwise you'd never, see being taken down with a boomerang.
And another level. Ooh, if this.
Yeah.
If that isn't first quest 8, I think it has to be either second quest 7 or 8, or we're dealing with shapes.
Well, we know we're not dealing with second quest levels 7 through 9 because we saw where the location.
Oh yeah.
So if that's the case, then yeah, shapes 7 through 9 is a possibility. Now here's a little bit of interesting intel, and okay, it's just the pawns, so we're either in mixed or second. I think we're in mixed.
Given that we haven't found any large secrets yet, I'm leaning towards the second quest, as Truantgamer finds that wood sword cave all the way up in the casino corner. So that's where our free blue candle is for this seed.
Ooh, gambles and loses a single rupee.
That's the way you want to gamble. Antlers not following suit. But I've said it before. I'm a fan of gambling right around this rupee count of 20 to 50.
You know something? I just realized we have not seen any dungeons with accessible keys yet.
Nope.
We might be completely blocked out of dungeons unless we can buy a key.
Ooh, might we see some guinea farming?
Ooh.
Actually, that would be quite awful.
It would.
Unless they rolled low. I think they have 9 HP vanilla.
Yeah, they've got about 9. Ooh, okay, this is the magic sword bombs. And we can see that because Antlers has enough to pick up the white sword item, which we know is the heart container. Here's another money. 91 is our large secret. Whether that's our only large secret, time will tell, but that's not a good large secret, really.
Yeah. Our tracker, Alan Heffley, has made a good point in chat. Considering that neither tombstone in the graveyard moved,
yeah,
he's thinking it's mixed.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Truantgamer in this gray level has 2 rooms up there at the top. So Antlers should be picking up his blue candle in just the screen here.
Yeah, it's going to allow him to excavate far more of the high roll. Now the good thing about Truantgamer is that Truantgamer picked up that candle, purchased that candle sooner, which allowed him to mark off more spots off the map.
But look at this. We are simultaneously tied back up as Truantgamer picked up those wooden arrows there. I think Truant maybe has a little bit more of the overworld explored. There's where a few more dungeons up.
Now, unfortunately, Truant's only got 1 rupee left, so using arrows is still going to be kind of a problem. Now here we've got ooh, look at that. There's a rupee room. Now here's something Truant can do. Is he going to do it? No, he's not. What you can do is that when you enter a rupee room like that, you can get all of the rupees. Then you can up and A out, and when you come back in the room, the rupees will be there again.
Yep, so long as you don't kill the boss will respawn.
Well, rupees, that's why we make the joke about the being the rupee boss, because it uses the same sort of flags as it does when you take down a Gleeok. That's also the reason why in the original Zelda, you don't ever see a boss holding a piece of the Triforce directly. You'll always see them, with the heart container. There's two reasons. Number one, the boss will come back afterwards. There's a key for Truant.
Number 1, 20 minutes in.
But number two, though, also if the boss's roar will continually persist.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is definitely shapes.
Okay, we got shapes now, but shapes of what?
Very interesting. Let's see if Antlers can't make any more progress.
Okay, well, yeah, Antlers can go down here in this Gleeok room. Oh, and we're instantly ladder blocked.
Yikes. So where is this ladder?
That's a very good question. It could be anywhere. It could even be in this dungeon. Well, I guess not, because there's absolutely no way to get past. Well, there are a few more. Ooh, using the last bomb, nothing.
No go.
Yeah.
Truantgamer here down on the southern coast. I don't believe Truant has seen the coat item.
Truant taking a death before the bomb goes off.
Actually, that might have been the Zora there. Shucks.
Keys are 107. That's fairly expensive. Anything here at Burn Clip? Nope.
Yeah, there's a cheaper key.
Yeah, but only by about maybe 20 rupees.
Well, look at that, Antlers. Yeah, Antlers making that expensive key purchase though. He's realized, we are pretty key starved.
He's probably going to jet right for Monocle Rock and check that dungeon out. Okay, well here we've got some super, not so super ropes. And this... Ooh, here we go. We can take them down and see if this has a staircase for Antlers. It pushes. What have we got?
Our first staircase.
Okay,
Just
so...
the transport.
This... Oh, we're gonna have to...
Oh, man!
Handler!
All these ladder blocks. I think that's at least the third one we've seen.
Now, judging by where you entered that could be level 3, perhaps? Second quest level 3?
Oh, that's the L?
Yeah, it would be the L. And here we're seeing the screen scroll raft spot. And, well, just the whammy here. Door repair charge.
Yes, to answer a question in chat here, ideally it's a sub hour, but we're 25 minutes in and still haven't found the wand, so that's fairly unlikely. I think average we've been running about 2 hours.
Yeah, I would say 2 hours is about average time for, some of these seeds. I know there's been some seeds in the past that have gone over, but those are usually the exception.
I think you were there for the tournament record. Was that Redbird versus Dr. J? I think that was a 4+ hour seed. Just the good old patience and persistence of Dr. J.
Anyway.
I don't know about the best player in the world. Randomizer is a hard thing to answer that about. Generally, I think Crystal Saver is considered one of the best rando players, but in flag sets like these where you don't have the wood sword, I don't know if even he would consider himself, up there.
Well, indeed, because, this is exactly how Truantgamer got to this position. Truantgamer actually managed the best Crystal Saver in one of the matches.
Yeah, if you're used to swinging that sword when you get a flag set that doesn't have them, it can be a big hit to your advantages, combat and routing advantages.
And that's one of the great things about Randomizer too, though, is that one way of playing is not it's not quite the same way as another way you play too, right? So people who are master of a vanilla game might have a little bit more of a difficulty with Randomizer, and those who are experts at Randomizer, well, I guess both of them kind of affect each other in a way, so... But some people, I guess the best way is some people have more of the Randomizer brain, and some people have more of the vanilla brain.
Yep, it's a very different beast.
Yeah, and some people have the swordless brain, too. But you know what? No matter what happens, though, everyone is trying their hardest.
Yeah, I do like Antler's confidence, though. So we see Truantgamer picking up a few of these heart containers that Antler's has already found. Antler's up to 7 already.
Don't feel bad about being bad at randomizers. I'm a casual, so I enjoy playing randomizers with things such as save states and using fast forward buttons. So that's just how I prefer to do things.
0 HP enemies are one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'm less in it for the combat and more in it for the logic puzzle.
Yep. Combat takes practice, and that's certainly one of the harder aspects of running these seeds. Especially if you got Dark Nuts and Wizrobes on the overworld.
But, you do need to practice also, too. And that's a big part of Randomizer, too, is, practicing, learning the ins and outs of the game. And here, Antlers is in this level. Well, can do some damage to these gorillas, and it looks like they go down to 1 wood sword shot, but oh no, we've got ourselves... those are some beefy Stelphos. But we do have ourselves some Wizrobes in this dungeon, so...
I'm hunting Wizrobes.
Antler's taking a death to the beams.
Yeah, that Wizrobe made him look a little foolish.
And since he's not able to save the room, defeat enemies and come back in because of that shuttered door, can't save this room.
Yep, and being very cautious on his arrow spending here. Meanwhile, Truantgamer finding a couple of these ladder blocks.
Those are beefy red Wizrobes, and does a Kanana key to get through the door.
Very nice. Going back in for the money.
How a Kanana key works is that if you're pushing against a locked door while a shutter door is opening, you can actually go through. You can actually phase through that locked door, and when you come back, the door will be gone.
That is if you have 0 keys.
Right, you have to have 0. Well, if you don't have 0 keys and you push against the locked door will open. So.
Yep. So Antler's getting some very useful information. 10th enemy has the rupee.
I mean, that's not technically incorrect.
Yep, depending on their drop table.
There's the raft for Truant.
And
oh no!
So that opens 1 extra spot for him.
Did you see the bubble curse?
Is that slow-mo? It is.
Oh, it's slow-mo. With the Elite 8 flags, the bubble curse can be randomized between 3 different things. Swordless, which is what you really want to see, because swordless basically means that, well, in a swordless sea, that doesn't matter. That's like it's like a blue bubble. It doesn't do anything. What we've been seeing all tournament with especially with the bracket flags, is the inverted bubble, and that's pretty nasty. But now we've got slow walk bubble.
Yeah, I think slow one has got to be the worst.
It is, because, well, you want to go fast. Look at that.
Ooh.
There's the red ring for Antlers.
Still don't know what dungeon this is yet.
We don't see any walls that we can walk through just yet.
You can't walk through every wall, and not all dungeons have the ability to have walk-through walls.
Right. And the ones who do usually are operating on second quest.
Yeah, these are some ugly levels. Truant does find a bomb hole here in this reddish pink dungeon.
We are in Wizrobe Central, that is for sure.
And confirmed, we are in Shapes. Name that ink block.
It's a mess. But now you see, judging by the size of that level, we then can further confirm that levels 1 through 6 are the ones that are Shapes.
I think we're dealing with a full-on 1 through 8 Shapes.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if we're on 1 through 8 Shapes. Are we?
That's the impression I'm getting. Could be wrong though. Antlers has had just about enough of that previous dungeon. Here in this green one with these ropes, finds ladder block.
So, I believe we already found the heart container item on Truantgamer's side. I want to say that was where the raft was. Wow.
Yep, the raft was a floor drop.
That took like 4 of them.
Yep, you're right.
Here's a Triforce.
Unfortunately, this key door will remain closed unless there's a key up in one of these 2 rooms for Truant.
Well, there's the wand.
Okay, so we are dealing. So that's either 2. That has to be 2, right?
We will know. We will know once we get that Triforce.
Well, so there was a wand and a raft both on the floor. So it is either first quest 2 or second quest 3.
No, well, if there's 2 items on the floor and one in a oh no, it's Antlers who got that. So
what? No, Truantgamer has the wand and the raft.
Truantgamer has the wand. It was Antlers who found the red ring. That's right. So yeah, this could possibly be 2. Now, we'll see here in a moment when Truantgamer looks at the Triforce menu. And of course, he is going to deny us the pleasure of knowing what dungeon this was. Or will he?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that's 2 for him.
Yeah. Well, Shapes dungeons are going to follow the first quest logic, so that means that, yeah, level 2 in Shapes will be, you know, the level 2 of the first quest.
Antlers finding another staircase here.
There's the ladder on Antler's side.
There we go. That's a big pickup for him. We've seen at least 2 ladder block dungeons.
Now, I'm really happy that we did see the ladder where we did. So that means hold on. So we found the ladder and the red ring here in this level. So I'm thinking this is 4 we're in.
Well, if we're dealing with first quest logic, it wouldn't be 4.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
It would have to be level 8.
Yes.
Or no, the red ring must have been in a different dungeon.
Oh yeah. Well, it doesn't matter anyway because we just found the second seller item in this level anyway. So we are most definitely in 8.
Yes. So the ladder in 8.
So if that's the ladder in
level
8,
8,
then that means there's a Goma.
So Truantgamer just, a minute ago was in this level 8, but for some reason up in 8, and let's see if he doesn't head back towards Monocle Rock. And the old man is done. He wins.
You know what? We're dealing with first quest 7 through 9. Would you just please excuse me for a moment?
Yes, go ahead. And yep, I agree with my co-commentators. We are definitely in first quest level 8 there on Antler's screen.
Oh, sorry about that.
No worries. We got our first virus spotting.
Alright, good news. The keys from the virus don't, have like 4 gajillion hit points.
The virus themselves at least 2.
There's Ganon's room.
Antler's is being pretty lenient on his rupee spending with that bow. Doesn't have too much of a choice, but has to be careful here.
Here we go. Yeah, I was right. We are in first quest 7 through 9.
Makes level 9 a bit more of an equalizer.
Yeah, unfortunately, level 9 is going to be the gigantic maze full of staircases we all know and love. Now, the bad news is we're also going to be dealing with the 33 rooms of pure torture. But on the bright side, we won't have to worry about the 35 rooms of Stairway to Heck.
Yes, I would much rather dig First Quest 7 than the Spirals of Doom
I call it
that
the
are the second
Uzumaki
Quest
of
7.
death.
Truantgamer back in the forest.
The nice forest palette to go with this dungeon. The good thing here is Truant's gonna... Oh, you know what? I think... Well, oh yeah, I guess... Unfortunately, just by the way the Gleeok was, Truant would not have been able to get Anarchy. But it...
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
That
oh,
ladder
map
stuck.
locked out.
Yeah, he needs to go over to Monocle Rock.
Yeah, we're 40 minutes in just about, and we we've seen we've gotten at least a few items, but most of the dungeon exploration we really haven't, things really haven't taken off just quite yet. We're still missing the silver arrows in terms of required items.
Yeah, it is really... most of the dungeons they found have been ladder blocked, or, they can't find a bomb hole that they need to find. But we do have some nice items in the ladder and the bow and the wand. But all of our items and all of our levels tracked down yet. Truantgamer is getting closer to his ladder. Speaking of which, Antlerz is heading back into level 8.
I believe this room here was a staircase.
Yep, this is a transport.
And that was the large secret that we saw in Antler's side, before. Wow, more key blocks. Ooh, Truant taking a death.
Yeah, thankfully, we haven't seen a whole lot of those so far. And with Antler's red ring, I can't imagine he will be taking very many deaths for the rest of the seed. Truantgamer dancing on top of Monocle Rock.
Ooh, Antler's got hit by the bubbles. And you see that we finally saw the confirmation that Truantgamer was in fact in level 2, and the wand is in fact in level 2.
Ladder is almost certainly needed for this seed.
Yeah, we've seen something ladder. Sorry.
Man, I was just gonna say, it is an interesting question, as which one is the greater advantage. Definitely depends on the seed, though.
Right now, if I was going to assign an advantage, I would say that, Truantgamer has the combat advantage with that wand. Ooh, Antlerz has the advantage for exploration with that ladder and that red ring.
Yep, but we know if Truant goes into 8, grabs the ladder, he will be kind of in a go mode of sorts. Still needs silver arrows. And possibility that another level is power bracelet or recorder blocked.
Yeah.
But we aren't looking for a whole lot of things.
I believe I believe Antlerz is still looking for the floor heart here in level 8.
Yep, I think you're right. Oh, the slow-mo is so painful.
Yeah. Any speedrunner would absolutely hate this. There's the heart. So that's... You don't have to look for that then.
Yep. Antlerz up to 9. Truant is back in this level 2.
I guess Truant is looking for more keys, perhaps? Oh, look at that. Here we go. We got the Triforce. It was soft-guarded by a Goma.
Yeah, Truant is back in here because there was one room that he could not access because he didn't have any keys left. So that's why he's back in here.
That is a bit of a gamble.
I think most of the other dungeons he's found have been ladder blocked. Yep. Anyone in chat, if you have a question, don't be afraid to type it out. If we as comms don't see it or don't know it, hopefully there's someone like 8gen in chat who can help you out.
Yeah, our community is, pretty friendly and always willing to help, newcomers. Nope.
And Truantgamer finding this room is a dud.
Oh boy.
Possibly that floor drop item was a pack of bombs is the white sword. For
I
these
thought
flags.
our floor drop item was the raft.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was the raft, and the other item was the wand.
Yeah, so I'm really not sure why Truant is in here then.
We gotta look on
we'll have to ask him about that.
Look at this level here on Antler's side. I was gonna say it looks like the letter J got pregnant.
Yeah. I was thinking it kind of looks like a profile of maybe Donkey Kong or something like that.
Okay, I can see that.
Banana. It looks like Truant is decided to clear out the rest of this.
Those pancakes are pretty tough.
I think the raft was here in this room to the right.
Yeah.
So that
yeah,
might
now I
jog his
remember this.
memory.
Another heart container for Antlers.
And just looking at the size of that map on the Antler side, I'm gonna guess that's level 4 or 5.
Oh shoot. Alright, might as well see if there's anything in here. Or not. And Truant is gonna retry.
Hey Truant, go over to Monocle Rock.
So that's one of the difficult things about, things like, for example, shapes or, second quest. Sometimes you might think that you're blocked, but there could be a workaround. That's why I always say, though, if you run into a dungeon that has, like, a lot of ladder blocks that you can kind of get around, it probably means the ladder's in that level. Not 100% of always, but, sometimes the game sort of just gives you a feel for what's going to become required. There's the
Antlers with a very nice 3-for-1 bunny kill and grabbing the compass out of there. But Truantgamer is here in level 8. Hopefully we'll stick around, grab that ladder, and he will just step on that gas pedal. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. See, seeing a ladder block like that gives you the impression that, oh, well, this dungeon is clearly ladder blocked. And it really doesn't help that you don't have any keys either.
Yep, for sure. Hopefully he will explore, discover that it's first quest 8. As Antler is continuing to explore around Donkey Kong's skull. Finding that bomb hole into the eye of the demon.
Now, one item that Antlers would love to see right about now is probably the red candle. I mean, he'd absolutely love to see the wand, but we know where the wand is located.
And this red bubble room, I think, is the red ring, funnily enough. Wait, no, it's not.
That's where the stepladder is. And with that, Truantgamer is now, well, actually, no, I would say Truantgamer is in the lead because, with that wand.
Yep, he's definitely going to be closing some ground here. But Antler is going to be the first to the second Triforce of the match. He's going to be very, very patient.
Yeah, this is a...
Looks
looks like those Lionels are... Well, there we go. Get some bombs. Probably going to explore over this way and see if you can't find any keys. I believe there's also that floor item that's outstanding. Another item that both racers would love at the moment here is that any key, the magic key.
Absolutely. Truantgamer there on his sub-map found that blank
Be
room.
careful. He gets nabbed by the pancake. Oh no.
That's not too bad.
Bombs to get out of here.
Ooh, 3 bombs?
One more bomb. You have one more bomb left.
He's trapped.
He makes it out.
Oh no, he's not. Wow.
That was some more bombs. Look at that.
That was quite a room for Antlers there.
Oh, that was a dangerous room for sure. Yeah, because when you get nabbed by those likes, there's only 2 ways to break out.
We got beefy red Lionels. Not too bad, but...
Using the sword or the magic wand, or using bombs.
So, yeah, with that blank room on Truant's map, he knows he's not in shapes there. So he should be deducing that this is first quest 7 through 8.
Yeah.
7 through 9. But maybe he has a doorbell or something going on. There he goes.
Yeah, we got the Triforce out of this level.
Yep. Well, hopefully Antlers gives us a mini-map. Nope, he's just jumping back in.
Yeah, I think the racers are far more concerned with, getting this race over and done with rather than showing us everything. They're here to race, not to give us a tour.
Well, whether they like it or not, they're gonna give us that tour.
Well, if they're very unlucky, they'll give us the tour. And there's the floor drop. Yep, we're done with this level.
Now, we don't know what level that was, unfortunately.
Yep, but
hey, look at this.
Antlers is respecting the banana.
All hail. And it looks like that was the Triforce at a level 3 for Antlers. Don't know how our tracker deduced that, but I will trust him.
So we still have items such as the power bracelet and the recorder outstanding. I don't know how many more dungeons we have left to find.
Yep. And we've seen a couple green ones, a red one, a gray one. I think we've seen 4 or 5 plus level 9. Antlers in the Deadwoods doing some burning. Still have just found that one large secret so far.
Yeah. Now the other large secrets could be underneath one of the stones. Push blocks.
Or those recorder spots, as Antlers in level 2 here. Hopefully sticks around.
Yeah.
Either not too happy with that old man or just working on a kill count. Fortunately, that rope ruins that. And Truantgamer made some kind of purchase. Perhaps a key. As Antlers making great use of that banana. Or trying to anyway. Trying to group these snakes up.
That's one of the useful things about the boomerang in Swordless is the ability to group everything together. Look at that. Takes them all in one single candle blast.
See, I wouldn't have the patience to do that. I'd just pop in and out and kill a couple at a time. But Antlerz says it's worth.
But Antlerz better be careful. I mean, with that red ring, those the Delphos beams won't hurt nearly as much, but even so.
Truant now back in this lime green dungeon, armed with just 2 keys. And there's the raft pickup for Antlerz. 1 piece of the puzzle down. And there's heart number 9 for Truantgamer. And Antlerz getting that map pickup, so now he knows where all the bomb walls are. One thing worse than the red bubble slow-mo is a red bubble slow-mo in one of these rooms that tends to lag out because of all the Lionel beams and the extra sprites on the screen. There's another bomb pack there on Antler's screen.
Yeah. So Antlerz just needs to go 1 screen up from this Triforce. Just gonna use the key first. Don't get Y first. There we go.
Yep,
and Antlerz is gonna get the wand. Now both racers are just about evened up.
Yeah, I want to say Antlerz in a little bit of the lead because he's got that Triforce out of 8, so he's up to 3 now.
Well, the thing
and
about
he's got the red ring.
Yeah, well, the red ring is definitely a big one. But one of the things I find about Triforce is that depending upon the racer, some of them will grab the Triforce, right? You know, go looking for the Triforce, and others will come back later when they have more equipment. So
yeah,
and routing is also.
Go ahead.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I mean, I was gonna say at that point, Antlerz with the red ring, wand, and ladder, and just those 2 extra rooms, you know. Clearing those last 2 rooms out was definitely the right.
Yeah.
I believe Truantgamer is finished with this dungeon. We've marked level 3. Antler's back in the mint green dungeon here.
Has this dungeon ever heard of night mode? Ow, we've got all the ladder blocks here in this level. I'm starting to think this is level 6.
So Truantgamer confirming this dungeon is level 4. So both Truantgamer and Antlerz have the Triforces at a level 4, and Antlerz actually picking up his 4th.
We'll see which one that one is. No, I guess not. If I know any better, I would think Antler's plan is to get as many Triforce pieces out of the dungeons and then come back and dig only if the silver arrows aren't level 9.
Yep, I think that's a good, smart play. That's what's got him this far into the tournament.
Routing's also really important as well, too. You know, hopefully you can find your last Triforce piece somewhere close to where level 9's located. Now Truant is back here in this gray level. Yep. Gonna see the Wizrobes and the rather squishy gorillas.
Yeah, well, hopefully he can show us a map, as Antler's following right behind him. To answer a question in chat, I don't think there are any restrictions to where the silver arrows can be.
No, I believe it can be anywhere.
I guess one restriction would be, like, behind Ganon. Like, if Ganon is in a room with a shutter door, and that shutter door, like, can't be accessed any other way. Well, other than that, yeah, silvers can be anywhere.
I don't think that would ever be the case for any item anyway.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Oh wow, we got a 5 Wizrobe room here.
Yeah. I do not know how beefy they are.
Well, we know that these red Wizrobes are beefy.
And they're trolls tonight, too.
See, it's really annoying because all it takes is a roll 1 hit point higher than 4, and one bomb won't be enough to clear them.
Luckily, they are in the bomb dropping group, so hopefully they get lucky like Truant just did there. So I'm thinking this might be either 6 or 7.
There's the compass, guarded by a bunch of Wizrobes. Ew.
Yeah, and Truantgamer's still working on his green tunic there.
Okay, it looks like they rolled down. Because I think that took 2 bombs to kill.
If only their damage rolled down.
Well, that's a problem that the Red Ring would definitely fix. Now we got a staircase here on Antler's side. What do we have? Oh, Antler's has already seen the item. I think that was where the Red Ring was.
Yep, I think you're right.
And let's hope Truantgamer will be following suit then.
Yeah, looking at that mini-map on Trudent's side, I am almost positive this is First Quest level 7.
Well, we've got our 33 rooms of pure torture, and it looks like with these whiz robes, we're definitely gonna be working some overtime. And it looks like we got ourselves a high five.
Yep, just passing each other on that staircase.
Now, I don't think that this blue Wizrobe room can have anything important in it.
I certainly don't have all the drop rooms memorized.
Now, I know that Triforce pieces can never drop in a dark room. I don't know.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. I think dungeon drops can drop in dark rooms, but I don't know about the heart containers.
Oh, no.
Or the items that the heart containers were shuffled into.
So Truantgamer unfortunately up and ang out of that staircase with the red ring. Oh, I think it was because he's out of bombs. Shucks. I think he's headed up. I think this is a bomb shop up here.
It is indeed.
Yes. So Antler's working on these red whizzies.
There's the Triforce.
Antler's maybe not convinced that this is that he's all done in here. I mean, unless it would be level 1, can't imagine why he's sticking around in here, unless he hasn't found the floor drop item. But definitely found the red ring.
Yeah, he found the red ring in here, so... And I believe he found the floor drop. Okay, well there you go. Find the Triforce before finding the compass. Oh, you know what? I think he's banking on this being a second quest type room. Nope, I guess not.
Now, I don't think that could be a push block. With the
It
compass
could,
in
it could though if we have second quest. Yeah, you're right. If we're not dealing with any second quest dungeons, it can't be second quest rooms.
Antler's is picking this up. And refusing to pause, give us a confirmation on what Triforce that was. But we're pretty confident that it's 7, and that that was where we found the red ring.
So it looks like we've got 8, 2, and 7, and we know we're level 4, so we know at least half of our levels are something.
Truantgamer here in the graveyard for the first time.
Yep, gonna learn that there's nothing in the graveyard.
Antler's getting bubbled, having difficulty chasing that blue bubble back down.
Yep.
There, oh, gets it,
There
but
we go.
they're alright.
Those bubbles are definitely pushy. Something could be in this room here.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen any danger noodles tonight.
No, we haven't. Nope, doesn't. Well, if second quest rooms aren't turned on in this thing, then yeah, probably it wouldn't be.
Yeah, we got another high five going on here as Antlers is taking down these pancakes. Pancakes actually sounds quite delicious right now, in my opinion.
Well, for those of us on the East Coast, it is already morning.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of having breakfast for dinner.
Well, I'm a big fan of having dinner for breakfast.
And of course, everybody likes having dessert 3 times a day.
Well, just wait until you get to be my age and you have to worry about your blood sugar.
Wait, what? I thought you were one of the younger Zelda 1 crew.
Me? I'm 39.
No, I didn't know that. Oh, Truantgamer taking the bop there by that blue dark nut as Antlers finds the recorder in whatever dungeon this minty green one is. And Truantgamer opting for that retry. Looks like Antlers is right away using that advantage, picking up the recorder, tooting that flute right away.
And losing a bunch of cash.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have Antlers audio, so we cannot play Name That Tune.
But we already knew that this screen here in the overworld in the Dead Woods is actually a Take Any road. But I think Antlers might have forgotten. One thing about Mirrored Overworld is that because of the way things are, you can't scroll from left to right. So you're going to be forced to go through this Lost Woods each and every time that you need to go anywhere.
Yep, and Truantgamer once again passing that red ring room. Just had to pass that, as you said, back and forth.
We do have a recorder block here. We've got a dungeon.
Right. So this is 5, 6, or level 1. I'm gonna bank on level 1.
There's the Triforce piece.
And it looks like Truantgamer is finally clearing this Wizrobe room out.
So there's our drop item. Just another heart container. You know what? I'm gonna say this is 1. No, it can't be. Well, yes, no, we are in 1. That was the silver arrows.
Well, so that still could be a floor drop from a different dungeon, but yeah, no, it looks like we are in a
we ran into a heart container.
Oh, okay.
And then we ran into the silver arrows. So there's 1 more item left in this dungeon, and we know it's 1.
But it is not that staircase.
Nope. So that means we've got a segmented level 1 then.
Ooh. It's kind of almost looking like Second Quest 8.
Yeah. Well, I guess if the spiral goes differently, yeah.
Yeah. But Truantgamer, armed with that red ring, Still, I think, looking for the floor drop.
Alright, this... Ooh, hey, we got Patras. Who ordered a Patra?
That would be me. I'm hungry. More red whiz robes in this reverse E room.
Yeah, that's the... Well, here's our item. What have we got? It's just another heart container.
Yep, but with those silver pickups, Antlerz is basically in Triforce and Go mode. Might need that power bracelet, but at this point, it's unlikely.
Well, I'm thinking because of the key count. I mean, oh my goodness, look at all the keys here. I'm gonna want the any key. Well, there's the Triforce.
Yep, Truantgamer showing us that level is Dungeon 3. So Truantgamer, and I think Antlerz has that Triforce at a level 3 as well. Yep, Antlerz 1, 2, 3, and 7, 8.
One moment.
Truantgamer checking out these spots on the river here. And the Antlerz with a considerable lead in Triforces.
Alright, I am back.
Welcome back. Haven't missed much.
No. It looks like there's nothing along the river here. Alright, one more time.
And is that a second recorder block then? It is, just over here by Vanilla Start. So that recorder paying off for Antlerz.
I'm sorry, I am back.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey, get back here. Yeah, he's been howling outside my door since the seed started. And there's 2 other people in the house. He just wants to bother me.
So Antlerz is here in list level 5 or 6. It was recorder blocked.
So anyway, my cat is making the recorder tune for the evening.
It's still very key starved.
At this rate, I think the any key must be in level 9. Well, hold on a second here. What about this dungeon Antlerz is in now? I don't think I recall seeing it.
Nope, this is the second recorder block dungeon we found. It's
We have a second recorder block dungeon. Wow.
And Truantgamer grabbing his Triforce out of level 3.
Maybe this dungeon has a rainy key.
Or sorry, that wasn't level 3. That was... What level was that?
I'm thinking that I think this is level 5 that we're in now.
The, who, Antlers or Truant?
Yeah, on Antler's side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is for sure 5 or 6.
Well, the reason I'm saying 5 is because that particular T-Mote room had its item all the way in the middle. Just like the map in level 5 Vanilla First Quest.
Ah, yeah, good call.
Yeah. Whoa. Now there's the power bracelet.
Hey, yo.
Or Goma's.
Yep, so the power bracelet for Antlers, he can full clear the overworld.
But at this point, I don't think Antlers really has much of a need to, No. Here's the Triforce. Ooh, wow, it's a pancake, pancake room.
And there's Triforce piece number 6 for Antlers. 1 to go.
So is that... Did you see which one that was?
Yep, that was level 5. You were right.
I was right. There we go.
And it looks like Antlers is still looking for one last dungeon, pushing these push blocks here.
Well, it looks like we still haven't found 6 yet.
Yep, I wasn't sure just because we've been unsure of which levels are which.
So now Antler's, testing all of these push blocks here.
Yeah, he must have narrowed it down to one of these push block spots. Is Truantgamer finding that bomb upgrade? Unfortunately, unable to purchase it. 33 rupees short.
Did we see what the bomb upgrade prices or bomb upgrade amounts were?
We have not.
No.
With just that one large secret, we've kind of been rupee starved, especially considering how much they've spent with the bow.
Yeah, the bow's been doing a lot of the work in this particular seed. And there's a screen scroll you don't see very often. Right here into the second quest level 3. And what have we got? Now, just another medium secret, but it looks like Truantgamer has finally found that recorder.
Yep, he can access level 1 and level 5 now.
Yep,
Level
and we
1...
can access the Name That Tune game.
Yeah, level 1 being, I think, just south of the graveyard. And level... Oh... Yeah, level 6 was actually over there close to Vanilla Start. Truant making his way for Recorder Lake.
Alright, everybody, name that tune.
Da 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 da. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's Select Man.
Ah.
Well, chat believes it's Select Man, and I would be inclined to agree.
here is a level 1 for Truantgamer, so he's gonna be picking up his silver arrows in short order. Don't blink, folks. It's still anybody's game.
Yeah, we've still got that level 9 going on, and of course, it being first quest level 9.
And Antler's running out of spots to check.
So there's still the arrow mark spot that needs checking.
Oh yeah, that's out of the way.
Yeah. And then, of course, there is the second quest letter location all the way up on Death Mountain. But that's... Ooh, okay, nothing there. But, the save and quit would lead him back to that... Well, there's this spot here first. We need to check.
Triforce out
Something
of
in here?
level 1 for Truant.
Level 6, we have a triple recorder block.
Alright, so that recorder out of level 3, very necessary this seed.
That is the linchpin that is holding this seed together. And look at that, level 6 has Wizrobes.
Yeah, there have been plenty of Wizrobes in this seed so far.
Yeah, some in not so good spot. But again, the blue Wizrobes did roll lower than they usually do, so that is at least some good consolation. And here's a T-mote. Ooh, okay. Usually you don't see the T-mote room unless there's second quest rooms involved.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are on in these flag set.
Yeah.
And well, obviously they wouldn't be in levels 7, 8, and 9. With these shapes, they can be in those dungeons.
Okay, I see.
At least I think that's how it works.
Well, yeah, I was... Ooh. Here's a room. No, I was under the impression that that as long as second quest shapes exist, those rooms can bleed into the other levels.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, this is not Uncle Wizzy's clubhouse, this is Uncle Wizzy's mansion.
And it looks like Truantgamer is stepping on that gas pedal here in level 5. Might have a feeling that he's a little bit behind. We're just about at the 90-minute mark. Most likely we will see a sub 2-hour seed.
Yeah.
But you never know the great equalizer that is a level 9.
True. But yeah, I'd say in terms of time going, I'd say we're probably at par.
But a Truantgamer would actually benefit from finding the Triforce and skipping out on the power bracelet. That would lead him hopefully over to level 6 just a little bit quicker than Antler's, who checked a couple of those power bracelet spots. But at this point, we're only missing a handful of items. We're missing the red candle, the book, the blue boomerang, and the any key. Those are in levels 6, levels 8, and I think we have one item in level 1 that we haven't found yet.
Yeah, and don't forget the pack of bombs, that would have been the white sword. That's also outstanding as well.
I imagine they picked that up somewhere.
Yeah, well the question is where? That could, for all we know, that could have been it, right?
Yeah, we can't. There's no way to know, I guess, unless you are digging through that spoiler log.
Which you shouldn't be doing if you're playing the seed. Here's our Triforce, and, yep, loose security as usual.
And right behind him, Truantgamer grabbing that compass here out of level 5. Has to find his way around to the Triforce, but Antler's at... just shy of 90 minutes, we'll be headed into level 9. You want to tell our viewers what we're looking for?
Yep. Antlers will be looking for a single shutter door that does not open, even if all the enemies in the room have been cleared. Behind that is going to be our princess, the kidnapped. And the other thing that Antlers is going to be listening for is the roar of Ganon, which is going to appear, and well, you're going to be able to hear it in any one of the 4 rooms that are adjacent to his room.
And there's the power bracelet pickup for Truantgamer. But in addition to those things that Jiggly mentioned, you might also get some useful information.
No, we're not. We're not getting
The old
useful
men,
information. We're on community
they're
hints.
trolls. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, it's not just troll. They're just not going to say anything. They're going to talk about other stuff. So yeah, well, the only other piece of information we're going to be able to find is a compass on the floor. We're not even going to have anyone tell us who's guarding the compass.
Yeah, these Elite 8 flags are not pulling any punches. But,
I mean, if you've gotten this far, you really kind of don't need any hints, really.
Yeah, but I just noticed, looking at Antler's key count there, he managed to find a whole lot of keys in his last few dungeons. But Truantgamer is finished up with level 5. I'm not sure where he's headed. He's doing some whistling. Should be headed back over towards level 8. He's mostly cleared out level 8, so that should be a quick one for him. But again, still looking for level 6 up there on Death Mountain.
There's the compass.
That's a nice find for Antlers here. Again, we're not using Antlers audio, so we will not know if he hears that that pig. Antlers is taking some transports.
There we go, we do have audio after all.
Hey, yo.
The audio was inside our hearts all along. Let's hope there's nothing inside that staircase that the Wizrobes might be guarding.
Oh, I hear bacon.
That was fast. Oh, we can't get there. We have to go around somewhere.
And pig's really close to the princess too. This could be a jet finish here.
No, this is not where where Ganon is. Not only that, though, this is not anywhere near where the princess is either.
Oh, is that a transport? A magical staircase to Ganon?
It's possible.
But over there on the left side of the screen, Truantgamer picking up Triforce number 7 for him, out of level 8. Just has to... And he is headed in the right direction, up towards Death Mountain. I imagine Truantgamer only has a handful of spots left. But Antlers finds the bomb hole into Ganon.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon.
There we go. Antlers manages to get the stun lock. This is a nice room for Ganon, and there we go. We got ourselves some tasty bacon.
Bacon. And with the princess just a few screens away, I imagine Antlers will be wrapping this up shortly. Unfortunately, Truantgamer's still looking for level 6.
We don't know if there's a straight shot to the princess. Because, you see, we can't bomb down. Right?
That's correct.
We can go down here. So, This might be our room. Yeah, there we go. We've got ourselves our princess. Please let it be. Here we go. Yep.
And get your GGs in chat for Antlers. That was a very fast level 9.
Antlers is finished
5 minutes?
Antlers is finished in first place with 1 hour 35 minutes and 4 seconds. And Truantgamer has forfeited.
Yep, he sees that done, and with 2 in a row, that wraps it up. Antlers moving on, one step closer to that finals match.
Yep. Now, if I recall, Truant is not out of the race just yet.
Yep, there are still the losers brackets. And that term losers is used very loosely because these runners have done an amazing job getting it this far. And yeah, don't want to one and done.
Oh yeah, well some like to call it the bonus bracket. No, the downstairs bracket.
But hopefully we will be getting our runners in here in just a moment. Congratulate them, get their thoughts on the seed. Give me just a moment as I pull up the schedule for the remainder of the matches this week.
There we go. We have Antlers.
GG. Congratulations on moving on.
Hey guys, thank you.
So, what'd you think of that seed? Not too shabby.
I honestly thought I was in trouble. When I found that wand, I thought I was in trouble because I figured he'd have already found it.
Yeah, so it was really interesting. You had the advantage with the bow pretty early on, and Truantgamer found the blue candle shop and bought that, and you picked up your candle at about the same time that Truantgamer picked up his wooden arrows. So that was a very interesting high five. But you were definitely, I want to say, about 10 minutes behind Truant in finding level 2 and grabbing that wand. But
oh wow, yeah, that's I felt like I would have been the second one to the wand. We probably sounds like we kind of took a similar path on the overworld because it makes sense that that level being the last one you get back to. With the candle over on the far west of the world, but I was really worried because if he did go back to the Deadwoods before me, I was all but done in my mind.
Yeah, it was a pretty rare scenario where it turned out like the ladder almost seemed to be a bigger advantage to you. You got the ladder first, and with all those dungeons being ladder blocked, I think that's what kind of gave you that lead. So we are joined by Truantgamer. GG.
Hey, GG Truant.
We can barely hear you. At least I can barely hear Truant. Hopefully we can get that audio boosted up a little. But yeah, that was a very quick level 9 Antlers. What did you think of that?
I was happy. Like, I was watching for the dot done. And then when I had to go all the way back around to get to the bombable wall for Ganon, I was really starting to sweat. And then when I got to Zelda's room and I didn't see a shutter door, or well, the adjacent room, and I didn't see the shutter door, then I really started to sweat. I'm like, it's not going to be another one of those magic staircases, is it?
Yep, and that's what I was thinking right before you found But yeah, so what are your thoughts on moving to the next stage? How are you liking these Elite 8 flags?
I like the Elite 8 flags. They're really, really challenging. They, I mean, as you saw, I was barely scraping by with rupees. If I hadn't found that one when I did, I was going to be in some serious trouble because I was like, running on fumes at that point. I think I had like 10 rupees left. The cheap bombs were nice, but with that start screen being where it was, it made save and retry strats a little less feasible. But yeah, I'm excited to move on, and I know that Truant's gonna tear it up in the bonus bracket, and we're gonna get that rematch.
Yep, certainly not over yet. Plenty more Zelda 1 all boards no swords to come. But I don't know if Truant, you want to share any of your thoughts on how that seed went for you?
I think I got Juan somewhere around the 40-minute mark, so that made me a little uncomfortable. And then not being able to find 1, 5, and 6 after I found, I think it was 1 that kind of, 1 gave me the flute, I think, and then 5 gave me the power bracelet. I started to panic because I knew that those were kind of in line while I was busy digging dungeons for those already, so I figured it was going to be a rough go at the end.
Yeah, real unfortunate for you that the recorder was blocking 3 of those dungeons. The last one, level 6, being up on Death Mountain, that recorder spot.
Yeah, and I was really relieved to find that power bracelet when on my way to the Triforce, because that was the last item that I needed to be in full on go mode, and finding that really allowed me to kind of not worry about things. Like I left the floor item in 7, I left the floor item in that. Honestly, I don't know which of the dungeons were. I know which one was, but and 2 obviously, but 3 through 5, I don't know. Or 3 through 5, I don't know which one was which, to be honest.
Yeah, so that minty green one was 3. 5 was the orangish one up the recorder spot up by Vanilla 1. And 4, I forget which one that was.
Yeah, the one that really had me feeling bad about how much time I spent in there was the vanilla potion shop by the fairy fountain push block in the middle of the map, if you know what I'm talking about.
Is that the Donkey Kong face looking one?
I don't know. I never got a map for that one, but I spent so much time in there. It was filled with wizrobes, and I really wanted the floor item, but I just had to end up leaving. And I just knew that was going to be like the silvers or something, and it was going to cost me, but I just couldn't justify spending any more time.
Speaking of floor items, if you're like digging through a dungeon and maybe there's a floor item left, when does it cross your mind that, oh, maybe I picked up the white sword pack of bombs?
In my opinion, you just kind of like with shapes. With shapes, it's a lot harder. Shapes makes it really difficult with that white sword bomb pack being in the mix. If it weren't for that, it's relatively easy. You just full clear the dungeon, you know the shape already, and you just go on your merry way. But you kind of just got to hedge your bets, and it really helps to kind of try and keep track of, have I found a bomb pack in this dungeon yet? But it worries you for sure.
Yeah, maybe we need an extra row for, oh, I got a bomb pack in here. This might be the white sword.
Yeah, usually I look at it the way in shapes. If you are unsure if you're in 7 or 8, you kind of just default that it must be 8, so you better keep looking. That's how I feel about the white sword in a dungeon, is that I don't know if those bombs were it or not, so I'm just going to keep check in the rooms and play it like I need to. I mean, if it's a small dungeon, yeah, you'll dig the whole thing. But if you get like a shapes level 6, you're probably gonna dip out of there and come back later and not spend 15 more rooms than you have to.
That makes sense to me. Jiggly, do you have any questions for our runners?
No, everything's fine. It was a good race.
Yeah, GG's Truant. Looking forward to following your continued progress in the tournament, and hopefully, like I said, we'll meet up again. This would be a fun one to run back. But otherwise, thank you guys for the commentary and for the restream and the speed gaming as always, and for our tracker. I think it was the Alan Heffley, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, thank you, TAH. I appreciate that.
Yeah, GG's. It was fun. Let's keep doing this.
Definitely.
Yeah, as long as Fred keeps making these updates, I think we'll see plenty of Z1 randos. But for the remainder of the weekend here, a couple matches. Tomorrow night, the infamous Crystal Saver versus Sci-Town, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. No info on the channel yet. And then an hour later at 10 o'clock Eastern, we have Chest Jerk versus Zeb Gedney. And another one an hour later, so 3 matches tomorrow night. Third Wolf versus Eat My Steel at 11 o'clock Eastern. And then on, what is that? Sunday night? Yep, Sunday night, April 14th at 5 p.m. we have Random Effect versus King Doll. And then at 10 o'clock, Dig Shake versus Fred Coughlin. And I believe that is a continuation of, I think Fred won the first of the matches. So this will be a good weekend for Zelda 1. And I think with that, I will leave my co-commentator with Jiggly Saint with the final word.
Yep. Good night, everybody.
And of course, don't forget to follow our racers, our tracker, the Alan Heffley, Jiggly Saint. You don't have to follow me. I don't stream. But yeah. And,
Neither do I.
Alrighty. So good night, folks.
Good night.